Welcome back to Arms for Thought. Today we're talking about Ear Pro. So I went out and bought a whole bunch of different Ear Pro. None of these were given to me. There's no sponsor. I just wanted to see what I like the best. Starting with the cheapest, we have the Radian 230 EHP. My wife bought these at Bass Pro because they're blue. At $39, we get the Walker razors. At $43, the Prohear machete. These are the most sold Ear Pro on Amazon. Prohear is the same company that makes a lot of the gel inserts that I've used on other Ear Pro, so maybe they have a good in-house brand. We'll see. Then tied at $47, we have the Peltor Range Guard and the Impact Sports Howard Lee. Getting into the more expensive, we have the Sordin Supreme Pro X. And then at $450, we get ComTacs. These are technically SWAT TAC 5s, but the only difference I can seem to find between the ComTacs and the SWAT TACs is the color. SWAT TACs are black, ComTacs are tan. It even says ComTac 5 on the housing, so I'm not sure what their branding is on about. One notable headset that's absent from this list are the OpScore amps. The reason being, for the price of that headset, I was able to buy all of these headsets, plus all the gel inserts for those that needed it, and I could have bought a round-trip ticket to Paris and back for the price of that singular OpScore headset. I may revisit that down the road, but I'm skipping it for now because the price is just ridiculous. They do make in-ear hearing protection, but I generally don't like those. They're not comfortable, the battery sucks, and they fall out. Another thing to avoid is foam padding. All of the hearing protection that I have either comes with the gel pads or I have replaced the foam with gel pads. This is not an expensive thing to do. Replacement pads are like $10-20 and it is miles better than the foam. And while companies like 3M say that gel reduces the noise reduction rating by about a decibel, in practice it creates a better seal than the foam. So laboratory tests aside, I still think that gel both sounds better and is more comfortable. I'm not going to get too into the mounting styles. Most of them come with the standard headband. Some of them come with a neckband, so you could wear a helmet over the neckband style, but it doesn't really work that well with the headband. And if you really cared that much, you'd probably just direct mount them anyways. Also, I'm not going to talk about comms or radio integration for any of these headsets because you don't have anyone to talk to. Let's start the testing with situational awareness. I'm going to close my eyes and have a buddy walk around me, and I'm going to try and point at where I think he is, just based entirely on sound. This is mono. I hear rustling. I have zero idea where it is. Yeah. It wasn't mono, but the spatialization was probably the worst on the Prohear machete. ComTac's just an edge above the Sordins, but both of these were excellent. Like clear pass-through, no issues in terms of audio quality. Range Guard and the Impact Sport equal in terms of both audio quality and spatialization. The Radians, I was not very confident in the positioning, even if I did like kind of track it. I was kind of using logic, like, all right, if I heard him here, he might be here. The Prohear machete, these ones were worse than the Radians. And then the absolute worst was the Walkers because they didn't even try. It's just mono, you can't tell where anything is. So when audio engineers design and build this hearing protection, they use a very specifically shaped head. Now I happen to have a very specifically shaped head. So what I'm going to do is put this lav mic in between my head and the Ear Pro. So this should be able to convey what the different hearing protection sounds like. I'm going to do one run, just me shooting, and then I'm going to do another run with some music playing so you can hear what it sounds like when there's noise as you're shooting. Music was playing at about conversational volume. Oh, God, hold on. Playing at conversational volume. To my left at kind of like a 45-degree angle from where I was shooting, 2 meters away. So it's like about the distance somebody would be talking to you at the next like range bay over. All right, so in terms of audio quality, my perception was that the Peltors and ComTacs are just hands down the best pass-through audio. It's like an entirely different league than the other headsets. I would hope so for how much they cost, but there really is a perceivable audio quality difference with these versus the rest. So in terms of comfort, with the gel inserts, none of these headsets were painful. The worst probably being the Prohears. These just sort of get pressure on the tops and bottoms depending on how they're situated, and after a range day like 4 hours I'd probably start to get uncomfortable with them. In the same boat as that are the Walkers and the Radians. They're not uncomfortable, just after a range day it's going to feel good when you take them off. And then if you want to go all day, I do like the Range Guard a little bit more than the Howard Lees in terms of comfort. I feel like I could wear these indefinitely, and the Howard Lees I don't think are going to be comfortable after an entire day. So in terms of best comfort, we've got the ComTac, Sordin, and Peltor Range Guard. All of these I feel like you can wear indefinitely without comfort issues. All right, so what are the takeaways? In my opinion, the best headset out of the ones I've tested are the ComTacs. I'm going to edge these out just barely above the Sordins because with these I felt like I could have better situational awareness. The Sordin situational awareness is excellent, but these I would just consider to be slightly better. In terms of best value, I'm going to say the Sordins. For like half the price of the ComTacs, you get an excellent headset, premium quality, that's like 95% of the way there to the ComTacs. Now in terms of best budget headset and what most people should actually buy, I'm going to say the Range Guard and the Howard Lee. I'm going to slightly edge out the Range Guard because I think these are a little bit more comfortable, but both of these headsets are reasonably priced, they're comfortable, and overall excellent quality. And then for headsets to avoid, I'd say buy the Prohear gel pads. Their hearing protection leaves a bit to be desired. You get what you pay for with the Radians and you're not paying much. And for the amount of money you're paying for the Walkers, you might as well get the Range Guard or the Howard Lees. So those are my thoughts on hearing protection. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching.